are just about at the national average. Remember, you can find the cheapest gas in town every week by logging on to newsnet5.com.
Well, this is a real story of hope for thousands of Northeast Ohioans suffering from migraines.
Certainly is. Later on, live on 5 this afternoon, we're going to be showing you a revolutionary treatment some are calling a miracle. Certainly eased my wife's pain about migraines, and see how it can help others.
And they're the stars of one of the most popular morning shows on TV. Regis and Kelly sit down with News Channel 5 for a revealing behind-the-scenes look at their lives on and off camera.
And I'm Joe Paganakis reporting live from City Hall. $28,000 in overtime paid to a Cleveland police officer to drive around Mayor Jane Campbell's children. Other mayors have had the same privilege, but $28,000. And News Channel 5 now learning the officer didn't even want the job. That's new at 6 o'clock. But right now, you're watching Live on 5.
You're watching News Channel 5 on your side with Ted Henry, Lee Jordan, and Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson. News Channel 5's Live on 5 continues.
How would you like to live the life of luxury for a big discounted price? It's possible, and you may not even have to leave your home. Diamonds, sports cars, you name it, all on internet auction sites, all at a fraction of their original cost. Items seized by the police, the IRS, Defense Department, and other agencies.
Auctions are a good deal for the taxpayer because not only does it raise money that can be used in place of tax dollars, but also takes those items off of our rolls so that we no longer have to pay the maintenance or the upkeep on them.
You can find these cool internet auction sites by logging on to newsnet5.com, and we'll link you from there. And tonight on News Channel 5 at 6, they bought a brand new furnace but ended up getting a dud. The appliance wouldn't heat the house. Then troubleshooter Chris Caswell got involved. That's new tonight at 6 o'clock.
Lawyers make their case for Martha Stewart today. News Channel 5 anchor Stephanie Shapiro is here with those details and more from our satellite center. Steph.
Well, Ted, the defense rested today after Stewart's lawyers called only one witness, and it was not the domestic diva. The lone defense witness was Stephen Pearl, a lawyer who testified about notes he took during Stewart's interview with government investigators last year. The jury could start deliberating as early as Monday. More legal woes from Michael Jackson. He and his ex-wife, Debbie Rowe, hired a judge to work out some family matters. No official details, but it's thought to be about the custody of their two children. 7-year-old Prince Michael and 5-year-old Paris currently live with Michael Jackson. Ted, Lee?
Hey, Steph, thank you. He's the king of the court.
Now LeBron James is looking to be king of TV. The basketball phenom is on News Channel 5 in tonight's episode of My Wife and Kids. LeBron portrays himself as Michael, played by Damon Wayans, goes to extremes to see James play ball. It's a My Wife and Kids that will have you laughing all night, and it begins tonight at 8 right here on News Channel 5.
David Wayans was pumping up David Wayans was pumping up his show with LeBron yesterday morning on Regis and Kelly Live.
And News Channel 5 was there. We take you behind the scenes of Regis and Kelly in just minutes. But first, warmer weather headed our way. News Channel 5 Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson has details. And Mark, you know, it wasn't all that warm temperature-wise today, but the sunshine, beautiful.
Absolutely wonderful, everybody. We're going to keep the sunshine coming. The problem we're going to have is how much of a warm-up do we have coming our way this weekend? We'll talk about that in a second. Right now, let's go to our weather maps and show you what's going on outside. Currently, it's 30 degrees with patchy clouds overhead. In downtown Cleveland, 27 to dew point, humidity 86%, pressure on the rise, and a northeast wind at 10. These winds are key. This is going to dictate how warm we get here in greater Cleveland as we head through the weekend. More on that in a second. Let's go to our big board weather map some more for some more info. Here we go. We'll show you what's happening. Look at this, 32 Burke, 30 at Hopkins, 26 in Elyria, but then you jump all the way down into the Canton, Dover, New Philly area, and you're in the upper 30s. What's going on? Well, it's the classic, what we call lake breeze effect that happens this time of year. You get rather light winds coming in off Lake Erie, and they bring in a nice layer of cool air. Remember, the lake water temp's still 33 degrees, and they bring that cool air on shore, and it travels in a good 10 to 15 miles. This is what I'm worried about as we head into the weekend. Will this lake breeze effect affect how warm you get Saturday into Sunday? We should easily see 50 Saturday and Sunday. In fact, you folks down here, Akron, Canton, Dover, New Philly, Worcester, Mansfield, you will see 50s. But what about greater Cleveland? That is what we're still not certain about. If the winds are strong enough out of the southwest, they'll keep that lake breeze at bay. But if they're light, less than 10 miles per hour, it's going to be a chilly Saturday and Sunday right in downtown Cleveland as you get the lake breeze coming in onshore during the afternoon. Notice the clear skies overnight. We're looking good. Not many clouds to worry about. Here's your future cast. A few clouds coming in Thursday early and a few clouds again for Friday, but not much to worry about that way. We're just looking at those temps and hoping we can get them up there. Here we go. 23 tonight for Greater Cleveland with a mostly clear sky, and it will be cold overnight tonight. Tomorrow, let's do a high of about 36 degrees. Again, with that lake breeze coming on shore about 1 in the afternoon, it'll keep us cooler. 21 tonight for the Akron area, mostly clear and cold. And then look at Akron tomorrow. 40 degrees, 4 or 5 degree difference between Cleveland and Akron, thanks to that lake breeze. 40 on Thursday, 45 Friday, still in the 50s Saturday and Sunday, but along the lake shore, it will be chillier, unfortunately.
Soak up the sunshine.
You got
we love
it.
it.
Thank you, Mark. They're the stars millions of folks have coffee with every morning.
But tonight we're giving you a backstage look at Live with Regis and Kelly. News Channel 5's Tracy Carlos is in New York with your all-access pass.
Well, here we are. We just landed at LaGuardia Airport. And get ready, because we are about to give you a behind-the-scenes look of a couple of your favorite shows. So, come on, along for the ride. Hey, taxi, Big Apple. Here we come. A short ride into the heart of it all and ABC Studios. You've seen Live with Regis and Kelly, but not like this. A touching moment between the two stars backstage. From the second they step in front of the audience, it's non-stop energy. Regis has been making people laugh for decades, but his start in the entertainment business has roots in Cleveland.
I attracted some attention from some Westinghouse people who then sent me to Cleveland to do a week for Mike Douglas, who originated this show from Cleveland in those days. And so I spent a week, I think, at the Hollandam Hotel, downtown Cleveland, and had a memorable week there, and I'll always remember that as being like sort of a turning point.
An hour of star power interviews, and Cleveland the topic of conversation.
Well, now I understand on your show you got LeBron James worked into the plot.
Another hot topic, Ashtabula's newest millionaire, Bobo.
I knew the $2.5 million answer, by the way.
She did, she did.
I've decided that maybe I should be a phone-a-friend.
When the cameras stop, the stars don't. They chat with the audience during commercial breaks.
He has to do more of the heavy lifting than I do. And I only know that because when he's not here, then I have to do the heavy lifting. And so I do see how the show can be work at times. But for me, really, it's not a lot of work. It's just fun.
And for Kelly, a special day at work, the first birthday of her son, and a birthday celebration complete with Regis, of course.
Oh, how cute. And coming up later this week, more of our exclusive conversation with Kelly. We talk about being a working mother and her new sitcom, Hope and Faith, and Lee and Ted. What nice people.
Very nice people. Tracy, thanks very much.
Looks like you had a lot of fun. In one form, Botox is a deadly poison.
But many use it to erase wrinkles. Coming up live on 5, Botox as a medical miracle. Important on-your-site health information. What researchers are now using Botox to help. Plus Botox and, of course, surgery, helping migraine sufferers. We've gotten so much response about this story from last night, my wife's personal battle with this debilitating condition, and how a local doctor helped get rid of the pain. Also,
I'm Good Morning Cleveland's Danita Harris. Our shout-out topic is so hot today, I don't want to touch it, but you did. Your shout-outs are coming up next.
the problem of overweight children has become an epidemic in this country, and many think it's because of fast food. But in today's On Your Site Health, a new study says that is just not true. The study shows kids' menus at many popular sit-down restaurants do not offer healthy alternatives either. 20 menus were surveyed, and researchers found fried chicken fingers or nuggets on each. Cheeseburgers and hamburgers were on 85% of the menus. The research also found sugar-filled desserts and drinks were the norm. Many people use Botox to look better. Well, tonight, new research shows Botox injections may help ease neck and upper back pain when other treatments fail. Botox has long been used to treat uncontrolled muscle contractions. Now it may also block pain, promoting proteins. A recent study on 25 patients was just published in the American Journal of Pain Management. Ted?
It's one of those topics everybody seems to have a strong opinion about one way or the other. Good morning, Cleveland anchor Danita Harris now is listening to your shout-outs about gay marriages.
Oh, that's right. Shout-outs are loaded with controversy tonight, and it's all about the president's gay marriage ban. Let's get right to it. Jack shouts out, as a gay man, I want to know, when are gay people going to be included in We the People? If the USA is really the land of the free, why aren't we? But Mama Mayor flips the script on Jack and shouts, the dictionary states the word marriage as the state of being united with a person of the opposite sex as husband or wife. Doesn't this say it all? Well, Mama Mayor, Robert has a few words for you. Could someone please tell me how giving equality to gays to marry is going to endanger the institution of marriage? What utter rubbish. Shame. You know, when a man proposes to a woman, you would think he would remember the date that he proposed, right? Hit it out.
Now it's time for Danita's shout-out of the day.
Last night on Super Millionaire, Clinton from Cincinnati, Ohio, threw King Reg and his fiancée for a loop when he forgot one very important romantic detail.
Are you married? Are you, what's your story?
Engaged.
How long have you been engaged?
Someone better throw him a lifeline quick. Well, if you have something to say, I want to hear from you. Send me a shout-out at newsnet5.com. It can be about anything that's happening in your community, or maybe you just need to get something off of your chest. So send it to me today. Remember, I want to hear from you.
Thank you, Danita. After 5 straight days of losses, Wall Street finally ends the day in positive territory. The Dow Jones climbs 35 points. Tech stocks surge by 17.
The battle over same-sex marriages hits the White House.
News Channel 5 anchor Stephanie Schaefer and Adam Shapiro have more on what's new at 5:30.
Well, Ted and Lee, yesterday President Bush announced he's in favor of a constitutional amendment to ban gay marriages.
We take you to the latest battleground, why dozens of couples are suing a Florida court. Also coming up live on 5, how much do you tip? 10, 15, maybe 20%? Don't miss what one waitress got in Ted's Top 5.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson. Well, we've got the sun. That's number one. Are we going to get the warm weather for the weekend? We'll have complete answers for you when we come back with more Live on 5.
You're watching News Channel 5 on your side with Adam Shapiro, Stephanie Schaefer, and Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson. News Channel 5 Live on 5 continues.
Welcome back live on 5. Millions of Americans suffer from migraines. Now, a local doctor is pioneering a treatment many are calling a miracle. Our own Ted Henry's personal journey to help his wife become pain-free. And reaction, fast and furious, to President Bush's plan to have a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriages. Now the revolt against same-sex marriages appears to be spreading.
ABC's Lauren Rogers has the latest information from Washington.
Florida is the latest battleground in the fight over gay marriage. Dozens of same-sex couples are suing a court clerk in Fort Lauderdale for refusing to issue marriage licenses to them.
An idea whose time has come can never be stopped. And this idea's time is now.
This challenge to Florida law comes just one day after President Bush formally announced his support for a constitutional amendment banning gay marriage. At the White House today, Mr. Bush's spokesman insisted activist judges have forced the president to act.
There is a lot of division going on in this country, but it's because of the recent events that have been occurring in places like Massachusetts.
The idea of an amendment to ban gay marriage does not seem to have much support among Democrats on the campaign trail. Stumping for votes today in Ohio, Senator John Kerry criticized Mr. Bush, saying he has chosen to focus on a divisive issue. The senator was interviewed on Good Morning America.
Under the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution, we have to make sure that spousal rights that are afforded to people, are available to every individual in America. But that doesn't mean you have to confuse it with the sacrament or the church, synagogue, mosque recognition of marriage.
Senator John Edwards is also opposed to amending the Constitution to deal with the issue. He was campaigning in California today.
I'm against gay marriage myself because of my own personal view about what marriage is. But I think the substantive rights that are contained within civil unions. The right to partnership benefits, those kind of rights, I think, are important.
Committees in both the House and Senate are currently bogged down in the debate over gay marriage. Even some prominent Republicans are suggesting this is an issue better left alone in an election year. Lauren Rogers, ABC News, Washington.
Thank you, Lauren. And we asked if you would support a constitutional amendment banning gay marriage. 58% of you said yes, you would, while 42% of you are in favor of same-sex marriages. Log on to our website, newsnet5.com, and weigh in with your opinion.
After months of hype and controversy, Mel Gibson's Hollywood portrayal of the last 12 hours of the life of Jesus Christ, it opened in theaters today. Many Northeast Ohio moviegoers lined up in the middle of the night to catch the first showing of The Passion of the Christ. Theaters here showed the movie to anxious crowds at a minute after midnight. Now, many Catholics made the special trip to watch the movie before Ash Wednesday services.
I really wanted to see it. I don't know, watching it in the middle of the night seemed appropriate. But it was a very good movie. Very thought-provoking, intense, made me cry.
As you know, the movie is receiving mixed reviews. Some applaud Gibson's complete commitment to the subject, while others say it is a violent movie that is unfair to its portrayal of the Jewish people. We want to know if you plan to see The Passion of the Christ. So far, 68% of you say yes, while 32% do not.